Welcome back to the His and Hers Podcast, episode 76. Today is December 4th, which means it's the first episode of December, which means we're getting close to the holidays, which means Christmas music. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Christmas music, how do you feel about Christmas music? Do you like Christmas music? There's some people that hate Christmas music.
It's quite the segue. You know, I think that there are people out there that really just get way too emotional about Christmas music. Like, you know, the people that just hate on Mariah Carey just because, like, sorry, like, she has a banger for Christmas every year. It is what it is.
So, do you think when's the earliest you can play Christmas music, in your opinion?
Oh, man, I would say, like, mid-November.
Mid-November?
Yeah, like before even Thanksgiving. Like, I'd play Christmas music on the TV and stuff. Like
before Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Yeah. Just to kind of get into the spirit, you know?
I think that's too early for Christmas music.
Why?
Because, all right, I like Christmas music. Like, I like it. But there's only, like, so many Christmas songs, you know what I mean?
There's a lot of Christmas songs.
Yeah, but
there's a shit ton of Christmas songs.
There's only like 10 that I like, you know. So
okay, I think that's more of a testament of your poor taste. I'm just kidding.
I think after Thanksgiving, the earliest.
Why?
Just because
Who says?
Sometimes
that's like the person that says don't wear white after Labor Day. Everybody knows that that's just a hater.
But sometimes less is more, you know.
No, sometimes you don't want to go through everything that you're going through to decorate your house just to have it up for 4 weeks sometimes. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what we're going to do.
Trust, I know. I've decorated the entire house already.
I did the lawn.
I'm just waiting for the Christmas tree. You did.
I did the lawn.
You did.
Wait, are we getting a new Christmas tree?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No.
So you're just waiting on me to bring it up from the basement.
Correct.
Oh.
Correct. I'm also waiting for you to fix that light bulb down there so I don't break my neck.
Said that, you know? I'm going to fix the light bulb. I'm going to fix it.
David, we literally started off this podcast with us talking about effective communication. And I communicate effectively. Thank you very much. You just don't hear well because that damn beanie's too tight.
Hey. It is pretty tight, actually. But I think that's because I got a big head. But I don't.
You just got to break it in like a new shoe.
I
you
do.
know, that's how your beanies are.
Do,
It'll be a little tight the first few wears, but
yeah,
after a while,
like a baseball glove, you know.
Yeah.
It's like really stiff.
Yeah, but you were due for a new beanie. The other one was gray, and it was originally black, so it was
that
was the indicator that it was time.
It was a gray beanie.
You know, it's crazy.
I got a lot of beanies
because, like, what is it about men? That, you know why we gift socks so much? We gift them for Christmas because y'all got holes in every single one of y'all socks. I just want to know the placement of your foot.
Right.
Why, like, what y'all doing when y'all walk? Like, are y'all dragging your heels? Like, are you not cutting your toenails in a timely manner, like, all the time? Like, what is it? Why do you have holes in your socks all the time?
Just wear and tear, you know. They don't make things like they used to. It's low quality
wear and
socks,
tear.
You know?
Wear and tear.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I wear socks 24/7. Like, you'll never see me without socks on.
You need to be on the naughty list simply because you sleep in socks.
I do. I have to.
You sleep in socks.
I have to.
There is a special place in hell. For real. No. Yes. That's
why?
Crazy. Why would you not want to feel the comfy cozy of the sheets with your toes?
Cold.
Like, what are you gonna wear socks on the beach too? Because you don't want to feel the sand in between your toes. Like, where's the line?
That is a place where I do not wear any sort of footwear.
And it's so weird to see your feet. Like, they're beautiful feet, by the way. You have great feet for a man.
They're very pretty feet.
Not like how you're like,
yeah,
it's like,
I agree.
Oh, so you think that you're pretty?
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. They are pretty feet. Remember one time we were in Wyoming and we were playing catch on the beach and I stepped.
David was playing poorly. I'm just kidding.
My big toenail was a little bit too long. And I stepped on a rock and it just like lifted my toenail off of my toe, like the hood of a car.
Yeah.
And
just the thought of it, like, makes me squeamish.
It hurt so bad. And the guy that I was playing with, Dewan, he came over to me. He was like, because all weekend he'd been commenting on my feet. It was kind of weird. He was why your feet look so good? I was
That's
like,
because in comparison, bro,
his feet look like gargoyle
No,
feet.
it wasn't just him. It was all the dudes there.
Yeah.
They had like ogre feet.
They did. And then he was like, why? He's like, hitting on my feet. He's like, why your feet look so good? Like, why they look? I bet they taste good. You know, like, I was like, man, calm down. So then, like, I think he gave me ojo. Like, I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then, so then he was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, that's what you get. Your feet were way too pretty. He was like, yeah, now you're going to have a big bruise on your toe forever, just like mine. And, like, points at his toe. I was like, what happened there? He's like, I jammed it in a car door. I was like, how does that even?
You jam your toe?
Yeah, I was like, what? And then, but mine didn't bruise because it just came off clean. Like,
no, I remember. You know why? Because David's family all backed up and they looked at me and said, Nikki, that's you. That's your man. Go deal with it. And I was like, excuse me. Y'all are his parents.
Yeah.
I had to go over there and help him with his no nail having ass. Like, he just.
No toe. I still have my toe.
He was like, you were bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Just really putting a damper on the evening, you know? So we wrapped it up and he continued drinking and.
And then after that, I played flag football, and it was so painful.
Really?
Like, putting on cleats and trying to run. It was like, I couldn't put any, like, bend in my toe. Like, I couldn't, the pressure, like, from the cleat pushing down on top. Mm-hmm. It's just a bitch.
I've, like, ripped my I jammed my finger in a car door, and I didn't rip it, but the nail died. I think I told you about this. Oh. I was in high school. I didn't know that this could happen, but your nail can die, and when it dies, it falls off. And thank God, like,
can it?
Yeah. So like the whole thing came off, but there was new growth of nail. So by the time it came off, there was already some new growth there. So I had to wear a Band-Aid because moisture helps.
You know what? That happened to me one time on my ring finger.
Hey, it was my ring finger too. That's what I just said. See, that's how you know you don't listen.
No, so. That's funny you say that though, but like,
I get on my nerves sometimes.
It like ripped off like half of my nail because it got caught in somebody's jersey at practice, football, and it like ripped off, and I was like, what the hell? And then but part of the old nail stayed on, so like grew out. So then the new one was growing in, so it was like tectonic plates, like like the new one pushing it out. I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
That was a tough time.
Our nails are crazy. I think that's one of the things that keeps growing even after you die. Your nails.
Nails?
Yeah.
How?
They just do. That's what I've heard.
Man.
Yeah.
Who even figured that out?
I don't know, babe.
How does somebody die? Like, let me measure his nails. Like, what?
It's like their nails keep growing. I forgot what else keeps growing. Something else keeps growing. Yeah. Ears? Or isn't it true that like all your life, your nose and your ears never stop growing?
I believe so.
I was so pissed when I found that out. I was like, what?
I believe so, yeah.
What?
I think you're born and I think your eyeballs are the same size your whole life.
What?
I think.
No.
I don't think your eyeballs like grow.
No way. There's no way that my eyeballs are the same size now that they were when I was like 3.
Yeah, why wouldn't
I do not have what?
Why not?
Because I feel like we would look like the freaking filter that makes your eyes like take over half of your face. How would that even be possible? Your big old eyes on a 3-year-old face. That's what you're saying.
Mila has big eyes.
Yeah, but like I think her eyes are gonna like grow with her face.
I don't think so. I think look it up. Google it. I'll Google it right now. Do your eyes stop growing? Oh, you know what? I forgot to set my fantasy lineup. And my quarterback is on a bye. Do your eyeballs grow? Human beings' eyes, because they are almost full size when we are born.
Almost.
They do grow a bit bigger, but only by a few millimeters.
What?
Millimeters, but anytime I see it spelled that way, I always say it that way. Che. I don't know. I'm like, is that fancy? I don't even know.
Not you say millimeters.
So there you go. Eyeballs are pretty much, so we're both right, you know?
No.
We're both pretty right.
No.
I'll share the credit with you a little bit. I'm not selfish at all.
You thought our eyeballs were the same size.
They are, though. Pretty much, basically. It
no.
Said, like
they grow.
It pretty much said basically.
Basically.
Basically, the same size.
You know, like, I don't know how we're getting on this topic, but like the eyeball is one of those things that can actually pop out of the socket and pop back in. You'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird, man.
Yeah. It's like somebody's eyeball can like hang out and then boop. You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel
if like something happened.
I feel like if your eye just pops out, I feel like that's like game over.
It's like still connected.
Like it should just die.
Whatever. You just gotta. Yeah.
Just pop it back.
Yeah.
Like the kids, like little Nerf guns when you
dude,
pop the
I had a
back
friend in high school, one of my high schools, and he had a glass eye. And he used to just pop that bitch out while we were studying in the library just to like be funny. And I used to be like, fucking stop. Like he would just like boop, boop. Like it was crazy.
Did it like move?
Yeah, like there were little movements. Like when he would like look to the side, it would follow. Yeah. But like not too much. Like you could tell that, you know, it didn't keep up with the other eye.
Really?
Yeah. But when he was looking straight at you, you could hardly tell.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
I would, if I had to get a fake eye, I would just want one that just moves in a circle all the time. And then like just watch people try not to like look at it. Like just having a normal conversation like, yeah, so when do you think you're going to get these reports in to me? Like my whole time my eyes just going like this. Just one of them like.
I think that would just make your conversations even more awkward than they already are. You really have like, you don't really like talking to people.
I'm not very social at all.
When's the last time like somebody came up to you and like, you were like, "Bug, I gotta socialize."
All the time. Anytime I gotta socialize, basically. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like, remember on Dumb and Dumber when he's coming out of the 7-Eleven and he sees those two guys? He's
I'm
like,
sorry, the what?
7-Eleven. Shut up. So then he's like, big gulps, huh? Well, see you later. Like, that's pretty much any social interaction I have is that.
Have you always
Some
been
form
that
of
way?
that.
Have you always like?
Yeah, I've always been kind of shy. I'm kind of a shy guy, you know?
So let's dig deeper into that.
Why? Why?
So is it like an anxious feeling that you get? Do you not know what to say? Do you not know like the gift of gab? What is it?
Nah, I got plenty of that. It's more.
Oh wow.
It's more like I'm just dreading this conversation.
But why?
Because it's so stupid.
Oh.
Like small talk. I hate small talk.
I do hate small talk.
God.
But I like try to pass up the small talk pretty quickly. Which is why people are like, oh my God, I feel like I've known you forever. And I'm like, actually, it's just me skipping over small talk, bitch. Talk to me, we homies.
As soon as you meet Nikki, she's like, gun control, where do you stand? Like, Jesus, you want to know my name?
There have been so many times that
favorite
David
color?
is like, do you know her? Because like I talk to people like we've been known each other for
Some people are like that. You're like that. We're like, you guys talk to people. My
doesn't
dad,
mean that I have I have social anxiety. I just know how to hide it. And your dad does too.
My dad's like,
you know
that.
when I found that out is at our wedding.
Oh yeah, which is weird because he speaks in front of people all the time.
I know.
But I speak in front of people a lot.
Whoa.
I do.
Yeah, that's true.
I do stand-up comedy.
But that's not really like being a speaker. That's
that's speaking publicly.
Yeah.
I'm not having the. I mean, I'm trying to work on the whole like crowd work thing. Like, I'm trying to get a little bit better at it. It's really difficult. It's not as easy as like these other guys make it look. Like, those guys are really good at it. I'm not good at it at all, which is weird because I'm really good at talking shit. And I don't know. When you get on stage, you're just kind of like, the pressure is like everything I say has to be funny, you know? Because I've seen some comedians at like open mics that'll start off crowd work. They'd be like, so what do you do for a living? And the guy would be like, oh, work at a boxing company. And the guy would be like, all right, well, anyway.
Oh,
like,
shit. Yeah, I don't know.
That was it. Like,
the person has to have the gift to work with the crowd. Because, like, I've been to comedy shows and sometimes, like, they try to pull, like, it's like pulling teeth to get information out of people sometimes if, like, it's just not working out. And when they keep doing it, I'm just like, man. But speaking of, so there is some controversy recently over a comedian. I wanted to know your thoughts since you are, professional in that arena. And
just a guy.
But I'm sure that you've heard. So there's a comedian. I think it's everybody knows. Okay, his name is Matt Rife. Matt Rife.
Matthew.
What
did you do, Matthew?
Man, okay, so I actually first came across Matt Rife on TikTok, as most of us did, and he did a lot of crowd work.
He has a whole special that's crowd work only.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
The only special that I knew about was the Netflix special that he recently got, and there's a lot of controversy, a lot of backlash that happened with it because he opened up with a DV joke, okay? Just like, I've heard it. I'm pretty sure you've heard it.
Yeah, I remember you
Let me know
told
your
me
thoughts.
pretty much the joke.
Yeah, did you actually hear it though out of
Nah,
his mouth?
I haven't heard it out of his mouth, but I probably should actually. Oh, all right. I watched the joke. The joke is it's not a good joke, in my opinion. Now, who am I?
Now, like, are you saying like the premise of the joke?
Who
Are you
am I?
saying like the writing? Are you saying?
I feel like it's an outdated joke. Like when I was in construction, older dudes would always be like, "You know why women have smaller feet? So they can stand closer to the stove." Like it's like one of those kind of jokes where I'm just kind of like, it's not
been done. It's like super old. It's like the basics.
Yeah, it's like unnecessary, I guess. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. But like, it doesn't take a whole lot of creativity, is what I'm saying.
It's not a good joke. It's not I'm sure he has better jokes, but that's how he started it, right? His special?
That's how he started it. Yeah.
Yeah,
to test the waters.
And like your audience is mostly women.
But I think that maybe he resents that, don't you think?
That his audience is women?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta take what you can get. Like if that's how you're blown up, man, lean into it.
Do you think that you would be able to stand like in your own right, like be confident in yourself if you were because you've been in room fulls of comedians, right?
Yeah.
If you're in room fulls of comedians and they lack respect for you because of your audience, do you think that you would still be able to move forward confidently? Or would that affect your craft because specifically your fellow man
right
doesn't view what you do to be serious or real comedy or whatever?
If I was Matt Rife, I would just tell people to suck my ass.
I feel like he should have taken that route. I feel like he should have taken that route of like not giving a shit.
Yeah, like what do you?
You got a Netflix special. Who cares?
Guys?
And also, I have so much to say about this because I feel like it's just kind of like hypocritical in a way. How you gonna get upset about this situation when literally like the photo to your tour is you shirtless? Like he
is that
created
the thing though?
his
Like
entire brand.
Is he upset that that's how he's viewed? Is like as a
he's saying that his
heartthrob?
target audience is not supposed to be women. He wasn't trying. He's not trying to do that. He's not trying to pander to women.
He's also doing buys for the guys. What
yeah,
the fuck?
bro. Like he got mad because like all of the women are the one that gave him a voice, and it's because everybody's saying it's because he's conventionally attractive.
Okay.
Now, here's the conspiracy.
Go on.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Matt Rife has been in the comedy game for years, and he actually started out on Wild 'N Out. Okay.
That blew my mind.
That blew my mind too. But see, that was
what?
part of the problem. See, Mr. Matt Rife had a problem with being forgettable. Nobody really remembered him. No, people fucking forgot. He even like had a moment with like Zendaya at one point. She really did not vibe well with him. But anyways, he looks extremely different from the times of his Wild 'N Out moments to now. And now he's saying that this is, he's doing a Kylie Jenner talk about it's puberty. It's puberty that hit him and gave him a jawline and gave him, some cheekbones and shit. But also he did admit to getting veneers. And when he had his little Wild 'N Out money, he got himself 6 veneers. Count them and weep, okay? Because that's all he could afford at the
I guess
time.
I blew my mind. I thought you had to get like a whole set.
Nah, you ain't got to get to a whole set. But like,
get one or two.
He did what he had to do. But here's the thing. Whatever happened... he started looking different. Then he started going to the gym, started like working on himself like physically. And then all this time, this man is he's doing what you're doing, babe. He's like stand up and like going to open mics and like, going everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Trying to make a name for himself. And he starts putting his clips of like crowd work on TikTok, and boom, all of a sudden his career changes within a year. Within a year, he's in the double digits of the millions that he is earning. This is
very
all
cool.
as a result of his physical appearance, whether he wants to admit it or not, which he's very well aware of because he talks about it quite a bit in interviews, talking about like nobody like really gave him any play beforehand, and like, you know, that he receives. Now listen to this. I just want you to see the parallel, and you guys too. There's a fucking parallel here, okay? And this is why I be getting all upset, because he talks about when he goes on stage that like people, like women yell obscenities at him. I don't mean to laugh. Women yell obscenities at him, talking about like, take your shirt off, you know, you know, like shit like that. Okay.
Twirl around.
Yeah. Turn around and, you know, drop it low like that.
They're all throwing their pen on the floor. Whoops.
Can you get that for me?
Yeah.
So he was talking about that in an interview and how like annoying it can be, basically. And he feels like he is like having to maintain this look for women, and he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want his career to be based off of that. Yeah. And what he's feeling is the pressure of trying to keep the female gaze, because that's essentially what his career is. The foundation of his career is the support of women, and also like being attractive to women. So it's a lot of pressure. And the parallel to this is, babe, is that this is one man, one instance, one situation, not hardly any other man's experience, but this is a woman's everyday experience. It doesn't matter what field, career, what choice you make, you are treated based on how you look, and we have to like be taken seriously based on the male gaze. And it's exhausting, and it's infuriating, and it's unfair. And this one man that is experiencing this shit and feels the need to make himself look good for the woman, right now, it's too much, and now he cannot do it. And you know what? He's resentful of it. He's resentful of the fact that nobody paid attention to him until he had his glow up.
You know what the funny thing is? Like, he's in the one part of entertainment where, like, stand-up comedy, it doesn't matter how good you look or like how terrible you look.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, you can be whatever and be a
I feel like the more normal you look, like a normal person, the more successful you are as a comedian.
It's a lot of times it just comes down to like if you're good at it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'd say very like rarely does it really like, have I seen anybody just kind of blow up because of how they look?
Yeah, this was he was an anomaly for sure. But I wish you would have leaned into it. Just lean into it. What's wrong? Like, if first of your kind, okay.
And like I do kind of get the annoyance of like people yelling things at him, because like the thing with these like crowd work clips is a lot of people that don't go to like stand-up comedy shows, I think they think that's just how it is now, because all they see is like crowd work clips. So they go to these shows with the idea that like I'm just gonna yell out so this guy can talk to me, then I can end up on a clip and be on TikTok or whatever, you know. Yeah. So if he is trying to go through like material and then like actually do his set, and people are just like interrupting all the time, especially if they're just yelling shit, I could get the annoyance of that part. But also at the same time, it's kind of like it just comes with the territory. Like,
okay, you gotta, like maybe don't sell your tickets with your shirt off and then complain that people are yelling at you to take your fucking shirt off. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I get the annoyance, but at the same time, like he's got to understand that like this is his bread and butter. This is what people expect from him. This is what people came to see. You know, they came to see what they see on TikTok. And that's just crowd work and you just being good looking.
It's just insane. It's
just
insane. He's like, I just don't want to be known for my looks. I'm like, oh my God, cry me a river. Cry me a river. It's just like.
That is true, because like women do go through that. I totally get that. Like women definitely feel the pressure to look younger and look, you know, just compete with each other all the time, you know. And that's hard. And you see why, like, no men cannot handle living like that, because Matt Rife can't cut it out or cut it with that shit. Then, you know, and he's got everything a comedian could want. He's got the Netflix specials, a huge crowd. This guy is selling out. Like, this guy is crazy successful, but he's still not fulfilled because he just feels like he's being treated like an object or a piece of meat.
But you know what? I think that he probably feels like a bit of like a fraud.
Nah, you think so? Because if he's been doing stand-up comedy for a long time, then I would say like I would at least feel good about that because like at least you put in the work, like you put in the time, I guess, and I think that's why like a lot of comedians respect him too, like because of that. Like he's not just some guy that just showed up and was like, I'm good looking, I'm a comedian. You know what I mean?
No, but he didn't get noticed
Until
and
he
like for his
became
comedic skills
good-looking.
until he did whatever he did allegedly.
I don't listen to Matt or watch Matt Rife. I'm not his target demographic. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, he wants you, baby. He wants you to be his target demographic.
it's just
He resents the fact. And you know what? That's so
That's fine. It's
stupid. You
not-
know why? Because
lot of
women
things aren't
are
for me.
the consumers. We are the
Yeah.
ones that set the trends. We are the ones who, like,
Yeah.
even with the NFL, like, dude, you get all of these wives and girlfriends
Mm-hmm.
that are going crazy for Taylor Swift. Fuck it. Like, we can like make things lean.
and not
like,
only that,
consumerism goes up.
but women also have a very underrated role in like things like the NFL because mothers are watching the NFL and they want to see how they handle the brain injury stuff and because they want the mothers to feel comfortable enough to put their kids into football so they can have more players coming up so they can keep going.
Yeah.
So like they definitely value women as a demographic for sure for a lot of reasons. But yeah, I don't know. I think Matt Rife.
It's silly.
If I was Matt Rife, I would just be like, if anybody was like giving me shit about like, oh, you're not that great of a comedian, I'm like, just suck my balls. Like,
Yeah, there's just a point where you just gotta be like, like whatever. Like I'm in
Whatever,
the
man.
same room as you, fool, for a reason.
But,
Like
like,
that
you-
would have been my
like
response.
he didn't have to overcorrect to that degree.
That yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my whole thing. Like, all right, because like I do jokes that are the subject matter is kind of touchy, I guess.
Controversial.
Yeah, but you gotta have a way to finesse it. Like you gotta have a way to be able to say it with. Because like, what was the point of that joke? Like the only point of that joke was just to be offensive and shock. But there's nothing. There's no thought put into it. There's no like, his own like opinion or it's just it's an outdated joke.
It was just his way
It's
of
just an outdated joke. You didn't
drawing
have
a
to do
line
that.
in the sand and being like, I'm on this side.
And
You
like-
know what I mean?
If it comes down to the fact that if he wanted to feel like he wanted to be taken seriously as a comedian, then I think he should have just do stand-up comedy.
But like, do you think that it's just interesting to me because like I've lost the ability to give a shit about other people's opinions because like typically I just
yeah.
don't know people that well. But like, do you think that it would affect you being in a room full of people? Because like I know myself.
Mm-hmm.
And if that were to be happening, I know that I have like a smart ass mouth and like I really don't care.
Yeah.
But at the core of it, do you think that it's like impossible to sit there and like hear it from every side that like you're not a real, because that on Twitter and shit, like you're not a real comedian,
Yeah.
you just pander to the women, and just like completely tearing down your entire career and everything you've done.
I guess it could be perceived that he actually does care about the art form and cares about being good at it. Maybe he has a passion for stand-up comedy and he just really at the heart of it just wants to be known as a stand-up comic. But I don't know, you feel like you kind of take not a shortcut, but you found a little cheat code that worked. And
But you would think that if he thought so highly of the craft that he would have spent a little bit more time with even just the writing of that joke. It was poorly written. It was poorly executed. It
It's
was
a bad
poorly
joke.
everything.
it's not a good job.
It's definitely not indicative of somebody that actually respects the craft. Absolutely not. He just fucking had a temper tantrum. That's what he did.
Yeah, that's exactly what it seems like. Like, dude, I'm just a hot piece of ass.
Dude, like, and I'm like, I'm not on your side. Like, I'm not one of you. Like, I think this shit's funny, like the bros. Like, what?
But
What are you
and
talking
that's
about?
the thing. Like, I don't know of any no dudes that I know that like really like or enjoy that kind of humor, like domestic violence towards women. It's I I don't know. I got like some things that like I'd rather not joke about. I think domestic violence against women is probably one of them. I think if you're gonna do some kind of joke like that, first of all, you got to be self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Like you got to make fun of yourself. Like if you're gonna be, like if your shtick is gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna be an asshole. Well, you have to make fun of yourself as well, because you got to like have some give and take where people, the crowd can like the audience can trust you.
Right.
You know, with what you're saying, because you're not placing yourself like on this pedestal. Like you'll go at everybody, even yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to have that shtick, if you want that to be like the persona or whatever he's aiming for, I don't know, but yeah, you gotta open up with something that's a little bit self-deprecating, especially if you're gonna go like that route.
I just had the sense
Like,
that
if I
it
was
was
him-
just coming from a place of frustration.
Like if I was him, and he said right after he said that joke, he could have been like, "That's how I got my black eye," you know, or something like that. You know, where it kind of breaks that. I mean, the crowd loved it in the clip, so I don't know. It was received well at the time, but you know, that's the thing about comedy and humor. It's also subjective,
It
and
is very subjective.
what one person finds funny, another might not find it funny. I
think it's very heavily weighed upon like your demographics. You know, everybody knows about demographics and your target audience nowadays, and that term is, you know, very, very well known and spread wide. And
you know,
come on now,
if that's the audience he wants to get, I don't.
I mean,
go,
anyways,
then he's on a good track. Like if those are the people that you want to target, if those are the people that you really want to come to your shows, and if you want to break away from the female demographic for whatever reason.
And then like his apology,
did he like? I saw he sent a link to like the
special
helmets.
needs helmets.
That was pretty funny.
The special needs helmets.
That was pretty funny though. That was pretty funny.
It was definitely.
Like if I did okay, so I saw that before I even knew what the joke was.
Yeah.
So I saw that. I was like people were mad because Matt Rife apologizes about his joke on something and posts a link to the special needs helmets. I was like, all right. I was like, that's pretty funny, because I was like, I don't know what he could have said.
It's quite a response. Quite a response for sure.
Then I saw the joke and I was like, all right, maybe not the route I would go, but you know, do you like?
Let's just pray for Matt Rife. He's
more
going through it.
Hey, he's more of a successful comedian than me, so you know, who am I to say?
Baby, all you got to do is go get sculpted a bit and take off your shirt, and take some pictures.
Nobody wants to see that.
Trust.
I'm a lot older than Matt Rife. Ain't nobody trying to see all that. No,
I am.
Yeah. That's all that needs to see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Those days are behind me.
Oh, what days? What days? What days? You were taking your shirt off?
There was a time where I always had my shirt off.
When?
High school.
In high school. You would run around with no
shredded,
shirt?
bro. I was ripped. I was playing sports all the time.
Who were you showing yourself
Shit,
to?
for everybody. I told you I had a 6-pack in high school. This is a long time ago, clearly. But I had a 6-pack in high school. And this girl used to pay for my lunch every day. She just give me money. And all I had to do was just lift my shirt up.
The way that shit just sets my ass on fire.
What? Why?
I don't know. I will never not care. I will always care. Like, that's like me saying, how would you feel if I was like, yeah, this guy in high school liked my ass cheeks so much every time I gave him a little peek.
That's not the same thing.
Okay, well, what would be the same thing? My cleavage? What? And they're like, oh, he paid for my lunch? You're just a common whore. You're selling yourself. That's crazy.
That's not how I looked at it at
That's
the time.
exactly what it is.
I was like, cool, I get some French fries. That's what I'm worth, I guess.
Never mind. I don't think I would have liked you.
What, in high school?
Yeah.
Nah, you probably would have.
Nah.
Yeah, because
If I saw you doing some shit like that, I'd have been like, eh. And never mind.
Please, you would have been.
I think we would have been like really good homies. I think we would have been like friends.
Maybe.
And then like I would like have a boyfriend that was one of your friends, and you would just do nothing but talk shit.
Yeah. Nah, I wasn't a dirty Mac.
A dirty Mac, and what is that?
You know, like when you talk shit about chick's girl, like man to her, you know, like behind like, hey, you know, like he doesn't even tip. You know, like he's a terrible tipper.
That's dirty Mackin'?
Yeah, and you just kind of like whispering like, your boyfriend sucks.
No, you know how many guys do that though? A lot.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah,
a lot.
Because they can't get chicks any other way. Yeah.
Chicks.
Yeah. You don't say. They can't get them. So they got a dirty Mac.
Well, you know, they probably can get them better than just, you know, selling their body for fries. You know what I mean? Maybe
I wasn't looking for anything. I was just looking for money. I wasn't looking for anything else.
You couldn't do it in a more honest way? Like, I don't know, like doing other people's homework or tutoring or some shit. Like,
I wasn't even doing my own homework.
Selling some snacks out of your bag.
I had to work with what I had.
This was what your hustler mentality was?
It was easy.
Really?
I was like,
just immediately jump to taking off your clothes.
Basically a stripper.
Yeah.
You know, there's a nickname from my high school. It's pretty fitting.
Yes, it is.
In retrospect.
Yeah.
What can I say, you know? What can I say? It was a different time.
What if I ever came across that girl that used to pay to see my man's abs?
I doubt it. I severely doubt it.
Just saying, what if? That would be interesting.
Why?
Interesting.
Why?
Because there's a girl out there that has the same story, but vice versa. And it's like, oh my God, when I was in high school, I used to pay this guy.
Who's going to look at you like you missed out?
Like, great. It's my husband.
So stupid. I was just stupid. I just think back to when I was like a kid. I was like, I'm so stupid. Like, I was so dumb.
You sure you fully grown out of it?
I hope so. At least mostly, you know. Like, why didn't I do my homework? I should have just did my homework.
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know what
like,
your
why
beef
didn't
was
I do
with
it?
homework. It was, I mean.
Like, I don't know. Like, my teacher was like, you know, read Les Mis, and I read like 60 pages, and I was like, this book sucks. Just,
terrible student.
I was a really bad student. That's why I'm like so hard on my kids. Like, you gonna learn this shit. Do your fucking homework. Now, Julian can't get away with shit because he can't ditch, really. He can't.
Yeah.
Because I get notified. The second he's late to class, I get notified on my phone. And him and I both get the same notifications. He's got locations on his phone.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's got locations. Anytime he doesn't turn in something, I get notified right away that he didn't turn it in.
I really do thank God that we didn't have locations when I was a teenager.
Dude.
I am so happy that we didn't have locations like that.
Dude,
my mom would have like, oh my God.
If we would have had this technology when I was younger, I would have definitely got straight A's or B's because I would have had no choice.
Yeah.
But now it's like he has no choice.
Yeah.
Because like I'm on his ass.
But he also has like access to AI and like
yeah,
you know, all of
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's even easier. I'm like
ways to get
dude,
his work
no
done.
No excuse, none.
Yeah.
For you to not fucking have
he's
good
good
grades.
though.
But he does have good grades.
He has great grades.
He does.
So we should definitely, you know, reward him for Christmas. What do you want for Christmas? Don't give me the I don't know bullshit.
I'd have to think about it. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know what I want for Christmas.
And what is this, our 12th Christmas together?
The first one would have been.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Our 12th Christmas
12th
together.
Christmas. 12 days of Christmas. What do I got to get you? Like a partridge in a pear tree, Liz? 12.
5 golden rings. Oh, no. 4 total doves.
12 orange hens.
What?
I don't know. This is a turtle dove. I don't even know.
Okay. Well, what do you want for Christmas?
What do you want?
I asked you first.
What do you want?
I asked you first. Are we going practical, or you know what? I feel like I already got what I wanted. So we got a brand new washer and dryer, guys. We did it. We made an adult purchase at Costco's, and we went without a washer and dryer for months, months. And like, you know, I really do think that it's, you know, it's purposeful. It's necessary sometimes to go back to your roots and to really be reminded of the privileges in life, because we went to the laundromat. We were in that laundromat like every single week. And you know, Julian got to experience it, and now guess what? He appreciates the washer and dryer now.
Yeah. Like even he was excited. He was
he was so excited to have the washer and dryer. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I knew I was like getting older. Because we went to go shop for the washer and dryer, and I was like, so excited. Oh my God. And then like when we ordered it, I was like thinking about it for like days, and I was like, it's almost here.
Yeah, me too.
I was like counting it. I had like a calendar, like ripped it off.
And like everything, I was like, ooh, that's dirty. Like, I can't wait to wash everything. I've been washing all the linens, all the bedding.
Nikki's just been doing the most random loads of laundry for like the past 3 days.
Whatever I can find, bitch. What is it? If it smells a little bit rank.
Like if it could go in there, she's just gonna put it in there.
And like it
tablecloth, towels.
I'm about to take my curtains down. I'm about to wash them bitches.
She's like ripping up some of the carpets. Gotta go. I'm like, what are you doing?
Putting the pillows in there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I'm serious.
Like I went and took some shit out and put in the dryer, and I was like, this is the most random load. There's like one sock, a fucking coat, sheets, and a comforter, just a hoodie, one pair of the kids' underwear.
It needed to be washed.
Like, what?
I'm so excited, y'all. I've never been more excited. Be if you got a washer and dryer, be so thankful, because you know, it's just little things like that make your life easier. And with kids, it was so difficult to not have a washer and dryer. So for those of y'all that ain't got no washer and dryer, I feel you. I'll be praying for you to get a washer and dryer, because it's necessary.
Yeah, like hot water heater. That's another thing.
Where the fuck did the hot water heater come from?
I'm just saying, it's like one of those things where you appreciate hot water heater, washer and dryer, your heater, AC.
Yeah.
Our AC went out like last summer, and that was a bitch.
Yeah.
And it took a minute for it to get fixed. Our landlord was like, he's like, I don't know what the problem is with it. Then we got it fixed. But yeah, that was out. I was like, holy hell, man. This is crazy. Because like our like big, I don't know, formal dining room area has like these high, it's like vaulted ceilings, and then it has like these windows where we don't have any curtains on them. They're way too high. So the sun just like beams in there all crazy.
Yeah.
And it just feels like a greenhouse. Like, and it like beams like right through, like into the kitchen, into the actual dining area.
Yeah.
So Ezra's like eating, just burning up. He's like, it burns.
No,
but I was like, good, you need some sun.
I'm excited for the holiday season. We're gonna go see the Parade of Lights
in Denver.
We're gonna go see Santa Claus later. This is gonna be a very busy month, so I really actually want to try to work on filming the podcast. We gotta
tell the story about the creepy ass Santa Claus we went to last year.
Oh yeah, didn't we tell them about that briefly?
No, I don't even think we were doing the podcast.
No, I had like a vlog of it or a video or something.
I don't know, but we need to retell it for sure.
So one day came around. I was kidding. So every year we go and we have photos with Santa. Mm-hmm. And the first year I did a vlog with Ezra, and then the second year we wanted to go. Mila was already 2 years old, and we made a reservation to go see Santa Claus at the mall, and I wanted my nephew to be there because it was going to be his first time. He is a baby. Yep. And so we were going to have all the kids there, and nobody is there. Like we had like a 5 o'clock, 5:30 something, and we get there, nobody else is there. And they're, you know, they play elves or whatever, and you know, like they're working for Santa. And there was this man there, and you guys, he had like the longest fucking nails, and they were dirty.
It's like old dudes.
They were like dirty. They were dirty, long nails. All of his nails. It was crazy.
Was he the Santa Claus?
He was the elf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Santa was in the But they all knew each other, and then we would come to
right.
find this out. Okay, so we go in there, and we got weird vibes right away from all of them. And we, you know, get the kids to take a picture with Santa. Santa was acting a little weird too, but we know whatever. We hurry up, we go around, and we get to like the pay section, right? And they have to like print some stuff off, and I'm sitting there with my sister-in-law, and all of a sudden, one of the elves, he's an older man, the one with dirty long nails, he comes up to the counter.
In his 60s, like.
Yeah, and he's like printing our shit out. And while he's printing our shit out, he's waiting for the printer. He's like, "Oh yeah, you see that girl right there? That's my wife." And we were like, "Oh, that's so sweet."
And she's like pretty, not young.
She's like in her mid-30s.
She's a lot younger than him.
Yeah, and he's like in his 60s. Okay.
Yeah, he's
if I had to put an age on him, and he's probably almost like 70, he's getting up there. And so he's like, "Oh yeah, that's my wife." And we're like, "Oh, okay, that's sweet." And he was like, "I've known her for so long." And so he starts going into the story of how they met. Why this mofo talk about I've known her and since the day she was born.
Yeah.
And me and we were like, what? And I was like, why does this shit happen? Why do we have to have the most awkward conversations with people? I don't understand. He starts talking about, that is my best friend's daughter. Her dad and I go way back. We were best friends.
He was like, God bless his soul. I was like, what?
Yeah. And like he remembers when this girl was born and she had been married before. And then as soon as she got out of her marriage, he swoops in and they get married.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You think at the wedding, he was like, "You're as beautiful as the day you were born." I remember.
Yes. And the fact, you guys should have seen her face. She was embarrassed. She was like looking at him like, "Please shut the fuck up." Because, you know, it is unorthodox and it's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy. Okay? Think about it, like you're changing a wife's diapers at one point.
Yes. You know? Like you like saw your wife take her first steps. Like, what are you talking about?
So weird, man.
It's so weird and predatory.
Yeah.
Were you looking at her like that the whole time, sir?
It's not like a Leonardo DiCaprio situation where he's just finding like new 25-year-olds off the lot. You know what I mean? Like,
off the lot.
Like, bro, you were in there like nurturing and watering this girl and fucking like
probably at her birthday parties,
like in the delivery room and shit.
Yeah, like came to her first birthday. You know what I mean? Like it was weird.
Yeah.
So they were just all like, and like they were all family, including Santa.
Yeah, it was weird.
And they did this every year, and they have like a contract with the mall. We got to know all the tea because like nobody else was fucking there. And I was like,
now I see why nobody's here. They're fucking creepy.
Yeah, they're weird. So we're going to another Santa this year.
Yeah. What if he's there? I'm like, fuck. Are you guys the only Santa? Are you actually Santa?
Yeah. Watch that actually be Santa, and he just has a fucked up family dynamic.
I knew that guy was weird.
Yeah, he breaks into people's homes in the middle of the night.
He's like thousands of years old. Of course, he was there when his wife was born. Like,
speaking of some crimes, can we talk about real quick? Mm-hmm. So I came back recently from visiting my grandma for a few days.
Yeah.
When I came back, you know, you're trying to get into regular routine and stuff, and David went upstairs to go take a shower. I'm downstairs doing my thing, and all of a sudden I just hear him bounding down the stairs, running down the stairs, and I was like, what? And he mumbled something to me and just runs past me and goes into the garage. Mm-hmm, and so I run after him, and I'm like, what is going on? Mm-hmm. He's going to look at me and talk about somebody's tracking us. And I was like, what? Mm-hmm. And he plays the sound, and sure enough, somebody had put an air tag in our car, like inside of our car.
Yeah.
So we spent almost 3 hours looking and tearing apart.
I couldn't find the
back of this car. It was like in a weird spot where it was echoing.
Yeah.
And like it was like in like near the center console of the back seat. But the center console, you know, it opens and closes. Like
the cup holder, so like it folds out of the center console.
Right. So
somehow like it got stuck in, or like they put it in between there, but like underneath. But so you had to like open and close it like a certain degree. Mm-hmm. So like then I saw it and I was like, oh shit, there it is. But like I like ripped apart the back of the console.
Because like if we had the cup holder part closed, it sounded far away. Yeah. But then when we had it open, it sounded super close. We could not figure it out. We thought it was in the column.
In the back.
Girl, it was a whole damn mess. You hear me?
In the back. And then like get it out. Because I was like, I don't know who put this in here, and or how, and they know where we live and shit, because they can see it. And it said that it had been with us for like the whole day, and it shows you like where it goes with you.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck?
We had been shopping at Walmart for like Christmas stuff and wrapping paper and shit, and it had followed us from our house to Walmart and back.
And then it tells you like the phone number that it's associated to, like the AirTag, because you gotta sync it up with the phone number. So we're just like, what the hell? So I don't know.
We're still doing an investigation, so
it's
be safe out there, y'all. And like your phone will let you know.
Turn that notification on if you on your Find My Phone or whatever. There's like an option that turn on the notification if something's tracking you, because you didn't get the notification.
I didn't realize.
I was like, you didn't get that notification?
No.
You're like, no. I was like, man, you need to turn that notification on. What the hell?
He did. He put it on my phone. I
like,
apologize. I'm sorry. I did not know, but like it will tell you if an AirTag has been following you. So yeah, we had that awesome thing, which is why we were just very worried, and it took us a while to like be able to sleep, and we're trying to figure out new security system and shit. But like, just be safe, be careful when you park your car anywhere or anything. Just be safe, because they're just crazy people. And so with
especially,
that,
Christmas season, shopping,
Yeah.
going to stores, a lot of people, crowds and shit.
Yeah, just be careful.
Very easy to forget to lock your door. Somebody can just throw one in there.
Yeah.
And like the sound is like kind of, it's not very like oh, there it is, it's right there.
Yeah.
It almost kind of like
echoes.
Yeah, it's
like it echoes, it reverberates.
almost like surround sound. So you're like,
where is it coming?
Like it
I
could be
thought
coming
we
from
were
anywhere.
going crazy. Like we thought we were going crazy. It was freezing. Like it was just a mess. So
I got a saw.
straight up, we were gonna
Not
stall
gonna find
that
this
damn
fucking
car
thing.
in half. But with that, you guys,
Look like
thank
a
y'all
chop shop
so
in
much.
there
Yeah,
in the garage.
thank y'all so much for coming to join us for another episode of the His and Hers podcast. We'll be here next week for you guys and all throughout the month of December. And we're going to be talking about some holiday stuff. We're going to be getting into the holiday season. We might even do a little bit of hot chocolate or something like that for our next episode. So definitely meet us back here. If you guys want some behind the scenes or, any updates on the side, definitely follow us on our socials. You can find me at the Nikki Glamour across all of my socials. And of course, for behind the scenes footage or anything like that for the podcast, you can find us at the HISxHERS Pod. And of course, for any of your comedic needs, definitely follow my husband at I'm David Cisneros.
And I'll be performing at Comedy Works tomorrow.
Yes.
December 5th, downtown Denver.
Yes.
Yeah.
What time?
Show starts at 7:30.
Perfect.
7:30, I believe.
If you guys are in the Denver area, definitely stop by, say hello, come support. But we love y'all so much. Thank y'all for coming to chill with us for this podcast, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.